The Singapore Open's one of the longest running events on tour, and we're delighted to bring you our first day of coverage of the 74th edition. Some big names on show today for this Super 750 event, and the action gets underway in just a few minutes' time right here at the Singapore Indoor Stadium. It's hosted the event since back in 1990. Our thanks to home player Kubu Junsuki for bringing in the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals trophy. That'll be played for in Hangzhou, China, just before Christmas. Well, here's our lineup then, kicking off with women's singles, the former world number one, Ratchanok Intanon, starting her quest for a second title this year, and she's won 9 of her 10 meetings with Kirsty Gilmour. Then it's mixed doubles. Lydia Tuller and Pasaribo start, or should be, on a big high after taking down the Taipei Open a fortnight ago. Ming and Hung in the firing line this morning. Back to singles after that. Sen versus Lin looks a tough one to call. Significantly, the Indians lost both previous meetings. Men's doubles to follow. Ranki Reddy and Shetty looking to get back into the world's top 20. Up against Chung and Haikal. The Indians have made 2 semis this year. And after that, a Japan versus China clash. Tony Koki Watanabe's 4th event in 2025. So world number 4 and Malaysia Masters champion Li Shifeng will start a big favourite. 5 more matches after that in the company of Jill Clark. That Nishimoto versus Viditsan men's singles looks a belter. And so indeed does the last match there, a men's doubles. Kieran Sogar taking on Aaron Chia and So-Woo Yik. As promised, we're starting off with Ratchanok Intanon against Kirsty Gilmour. This is the bottom quarter of the women's singles draw, and it's the top match. Officials are on court. Players will be following very shortly.
Let's welcome the players. Women's single, Ratchanok Intanon, Thailand versus Kirsty Gilmour, Scotland.
Well, this should be an entertaining women's singles again with 2 very attacking players on show. Intanon so popular wherever she goes. 30 now from Ratchanok. It seems incredible to think she was the world champion back in 2013. She's 18 years of age, the youngest ever. It still stands to this day, that record. And Kirsty Gilmour, who's just a year older than Intanon.
Come here for the toss. Red or black? Questions? Red, black for you.
Well, there you see the head-to-head. 9-1 it is in Intanon's favour. She's won the last 6, most recently at the Spain Masters last season. And in fact, Kirsty Gilmour there, her only win came way back in 2018. That was at the Korea Open. So it'd be a massive victory if the Scot could prevail here this morning. It's just gone 10 AM local time. Ranked down at 10 in the world now. She was ranked at number 1 back in 2018, April of 2018. Won her first international title when she was just 14 years old. And of course a 3-time world junior champion. I think it was a big win for Intanon when she won the Indonesia Masters in January at Super 500. Hadn't won an event of that stature for a while. And her opponent, Kirsty Gilmour, as mentioned, a year older than the Thai. On a Commonwealth Games silver back in 2014 and a bronze 4 years later. And she's a 5-time European champion silver medalist, including this year. Best performance in 2025. was a quarter-final at the Orléans Masters. And if you're a regular viewer, you'll know she's done a bit of commentary for us as well, and very insightful she is too. Emi Sakamoto is in charge of this one from Japan. She'll be assisted by Ma Thondal of the Philippines, who is the service judge. Ranked 28 in the world now, Gilmour. She has been up as high as 14, although that was a long time ago, nearly a decade ago actually. But she says as long as she still enjoys playing, she's going to carry on, and she's certainly physically very fit. There's always been a grace and an artistry about Ratchanok Intanon. I think one of my colleagues, one of my commentating colleagues, Jill Clark, described her movement on course as almost balletic, and I think that's a perfect description. As I said, she got back to winning ways at the Indonesia Masters, start of the year. And there have been signs of the old Intanon returning. See how she gets on this morning. I feel that Gilmour needs to make a good start here. Intanon, pretty good front runner usually.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Kirsty Gilmour, Scotland. And on my left, Ratchanok Intanon, Thailand. Intanon, sir, the ball, play.
Here we go then, first shuttle hit in anger on our opening day of coverage here.
One, love.
Almost goes without saying, but Gilmour needs to obviously cut out unforced errors. She's going to have a puncher's chance here against Intanon. Lovely weighted shot from the tie.
Two, love.
Dropped in.
Three, love.
Just a little bit of drift in the arena. Might take the players a few points just to get used to that. Miscalculation by Gilmour. Well, off to a bit of a fly here. Ratchanok Intanon. Doesn't need too much encouragement either, as a rule. Opened up the court beautifully. Not enough depth from Gilmour, and a pretty facile put away from the world number 10. That one did go long. So Gilmour on the board.
1-5.
Let's welcome the players. On court 2, women's singles. Han Yue, China.
Service over.
India.
6-1.
Umpire Jess Chan, Singapore. Service judge Lai Taipei, Singapore.
1.
On court 3, women's doubles.
Usually the way that when you're playing well, you get the breaks like that. That's a super shot again. And at the moment, she's just pulling Gilmour all over the court. Yeah. One-way traffic at the moment. Here on court 1, almost toying with Gilmour at times. Intanon. Could have gone either way. Gilmour was completely stranded in the middle of the court, and from that kind of range, Intanon is never going to let her off the hook. Gilmour has had odd moments this season. I remember commentating on a match at the All England back in March where she took a game off the world #1, and So Young, who of course is still unbeaten this year. So I don't think so far this is a true reflection of Gilmour's ability, but she's just getting steamrolled by the former world champion.
Service over. 10-2.
Just about the first unforced error she's made.
3-10.
First time in the match that Gilmour's won consecutive points. Intanon, remember, won the first 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, India.
Well, that was better touch from Gilmour.
5-10.
Well, the mid-game break really comes soon enough for Kirsty Gilmour. We've only been playing for, what, 6 minutes, and she finds herself 11-5 down to Ratchanok Intanon. Much to do for the Scot when we reconvene momentarily.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Wilson, China. And on my left, Yuan Han.
เมื่อโจมตีปุ๊บเนี่ยหยิบเดินตามเวลาตีกันอย่าไปคิดจะพอตีกันนานมีที่จะไม่ต้องหาช่องตีไปตีมาโอเคแค่นั้นก่อนแล้วก็ลูกหน้าในดอก
11-5. Play.
It's over. 1.
Service over.
Much more proactive from Gilmour in that rally. Coach's mantra that you want to be proactive, not reactive. She's certainly calling the shots in that last exchange. That's just too good, though. Absolutely thumped that down the line. Intanon. Just a bit short. Gilmour's clear, but even so, got the treatment.
It's over. 3-1. It's over. 4-3. It's over. 4-5.
Service over. 7-13.
Well, at least Gilmour succeeded in making the scoreline a lot more respectable than it was, and she's still just about clinging on in this opening game.
6-4.
Service over. 14-7.
It's over. 5-6.
It's over. 6-2.
6-all.
Yeah, again, so much open court to aim at for Intanon.
15-7.
6-all.
Wipe the court, please. Wipe the court, please.
It's over. 3-6.
Thank you.
7-6.
Wait. 16-7.
8-6.
Seven.
It's over. 7-8.
It's over. 7-3.
Intanon's judgment has been nigh on impeccable in this opening game. The whole game's been pretty tasty, but always had good judgment of when to leave. And just a few points now to secure this first game. It was very easy to let fly wide of the sideline.
19-7.
9-8.
Wipe the court, please. Wipe the court.
It's over. 4-7.
Thank you. Thank you.
way beyond the back line that time.
Service over. 8-19.
Yeah, I was going to leave it, then realised it was dropping in, and it was too late by that time. So here are 12 game points for Ratchanok Intanon. And in just 14 minutes, the tie secures the opener, 21 points to 8. And Gilmour, in truth, completely outclassed in that opening game.
เมย์วางแล้วเมย์อยู่เงี้ยเดี๋ยวเมย์แทงต่อวางปุ๊บหยอดนะเมย์ปุ๊บเมย์อย่างเงี้ยปุ๊บอย่างนี้อย่างเดียวนะหรือบางทีเมย์อย่างเงี้ยเมย์ลงปุ๊บเมย์อย่างเงี้ยปุ๊บมาอีกประมาณเงี้ยเดี๋ยวเมย์ตีได้
เมย์ตีไปเร็วได้แต่ว่าเราแค่พร้อมเอง
ตอนพร้อมอ่ะมันเมย์ตีแล้วเมย์แบบไม้ห้อยอ่ะว่าไม้ห้อยมันให้แบบรูปมันเร็วเมย์
flat and get that net early, take the net and get the flat fix behind it. That she's not taking from here and it's coming up. From out there she's stopping off, stretch over off. Using that wind. Sorry? Okay, the side way. That way you can't lift. It's going double wind, okay? But this way you can lift it over well.
Second game. The ball. Play.
So here we go, second game. Intanon to get us started.
One love. That's over. 1-0.
Just to mention, we do have Hawkeye in operation this week. Both women have 2 challenges per game, and if they're correct, they keep them. But testament to how good the line judges have been so far, we haven't needed to go upstairs. Well, Intanon thought, Gilmour rather, thought she'd done everything right there. Good to see her being positive, came charging in, but just the reactions of Intanon. It's kind of a soul-destroying point to lose, really, from the Scots' point of view.
Service over. 2-3.
Yeah, that was wonderfully placed.
Service over.
Right on the junction of back line, side line. Do much better than that. Gilmour's expression said it all. Kind of, oh, she's landed another one. And that's the thing with Intanon. Normally, when she gets you by the throat, she doesn't let go. And those kind of cheap points just fire her up even more. That's better. Probably the best point she's played in the match. That was really a case of the bite a bit where she had Intanon exposed in the middle of the court from mid-court herself. Excellent jump smash, good angle.
Service over. 8-3.
On the line again.
9-3.
Somewhat dispirited look from Gilmour, and understandable. Right on the line.
Service over. 4-9.
Well, came back with interest.
Service over. 10-4.
Got to say, this is as well as I've seen Intanon play for a while. Did have a few injury problems, but so entertaining when she's in this kind of form. Sweet touch that from Gilmour.
5-10.
And that, though, will send them back to their boxes for the mid-game break. And the score the same as it was halfway through the opening game. 11-5 Intanon closing in here on a place in the round of 16.
Hold 1, 20 seconds. Hold 1, 20 seconds. 11-5. Play.
First game won by Ratchanok 21-7.
It's been a constant theme. Intanon pushing Gilmour back and dragging her in.
Service over.
That's a confidence booster with a Scot.
6-12.
Game point 9.
Service over. 13-7.
Service over. 10-20.
Great bit of retrieving that from Intanon.
14-7.
Really good pickup.
Second game out. No ball.
Well, those unforced errors not helping her cause.
11-20. 1 love.
Drag that as well.
16-7.
1 all.
Service over. 8-17.
That was the first service error of the match from either player. I don't think it's going to make too much difference.
13-20.
Service over. 18-8.
First game won by Wilson.
19.
So just a couple of points required now by Intanon to confirm what will be a very straightforward win. More straightforward than I think probably even she expected.
Service over. 9-19.
Oh, shot. Fitting way to bring up 11 match points.
20, match point 9. Service over. 10-20.
So Gilmour at least gets into double figures in the second game. Nicely played down the line by Gilmour. Too little too late though.
Second game, the ball, play.
That's all she wrote for the Scot. It's an excellent performance from Ratchanok Intanon. Back to, well, if not quite the best that she's ever performed, but certainly going the right way back towards it. Inside half an hour, she has dispatched Kirsty Gilmour here. Well, she'll get back in time to have a late breakfast. The speed at which she's demolished Gilmour.
21-8, 21-12.
Have a sleep after that. Really was a no-nonsense display from the former world number one, who wins 21-8, 21-12 in just 29 minutes on court. Well, a warm welcome back to our continuing coverage of the Singapore Open. And we are moving on to our second match of our Open Days coverage. It's a mixed doubles. Hidiatula and Pasarino up against Ming Shei Lu and Han In-Su of Chinese Taipei. Here's the mixed doubles draw. This is the third quarter that we're featuring, and it's that top match.